Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to new session. Earlier we have seen different crops in India and basically we consider as major crops in India. So in major crops, first food crops. In food, earlier we have seen divisions of grains, cereals, which includes wheat, rice, millets like jowar, bajra and ragi, maize and pulses. In the last video we have seen major food crops but other than cereal crops, other than grains. Means crops we utilize as food but we do not consider them as grains or cereals. So here sugarcane, oilseeds, tea, coffee and horticulture. Today we are going to discuss about oilseeds, tea, coffee and horticulture. About sugarcane we have discussed earlier. Now let's talk about the oilseeds first. Oilseeds. So what kind of oilseeds do we grow? So basically oilseeds here: groundnut, mustard, coconut, sesame, till, soyabean, custard seeds, cotton seeds, linseed and sunflower. Those are mainly oilseeds crops grown in India. So let's talk about them in detail. In 2008, India was second largest producer of groundnut in the world after China. China remained in 2008 first. Now one thing remember, data I am giving to you, those are varied in different textbooks. Actually, why varied? Why variations? Reason I am telling you, because due to different years, if you see that 2008, if you see that 2001, so of course that production ranking, all those data statistics may vary. So I am telling you here the common, because of course we depend on NCERT textbook. So in most of the NCERT textbook here 2008 year is given for particularly this chapter I am talking about. So don't get confused if in your textbook or in your reference book rank or total production or something else, such kind of statistical data are different. Not to worry because here year is important. Yes, confusion only happened because like here I said in 2001 in groundnut India was on the second position after China. But in case of in the same year in your textbook or somewhere else mentioned first or third rank, so that is a matter of worry, right? So this thing keep in mind. So when you mention about the rank or some other statistical data, one thing you have to remember, that is about year. Along with such kind of information, you have to put year, because year to year data, statistical data may vary. Like population may varied in 2011 and 2000, it will be different in 2021. Same, it was different in 2001 and 2011. Same applicable for various economical data. So this thing you have to remember. Okay, about groundnut. Groundnut is kharif crop and it accounts about half of the major oilseed produced in the country. And about Gujarat, like yesterday I said, not yesterday, I mean in the last chapter I said that where no name of Gujarat here, we are multi-talented. We grow so many various crops. But yes, in groundnut, Gujarat was the largest producer of groundnut in India in 2011-12, followed by Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Linseed and mustard are rabi crops. Sesame is a kharif crop in north and rabi crop in south. Here reason because of climatic conditions are different in northern and southern. So some of the crops in north they take as kharif, while southern region, South India, they take as rabi. So this thing also you have to remember. Custard seed is grown both as rabi as kharif. everywhere, means no matter north or south, east or west, it can be grown in Rabi as well as Kharif. Different oilseeds are grown approximately 12% of total cropping area. We have learned already about this cropping area, means total area utilized for growing crops. So 12% utilization only for the oilseeds in India. So most of the seeds, why oilseeds do we use? The main purpose here for cooking medium, cooking oil, edible oil. For cooking medium as well as used for various purpose, edible purpose, like industrial fry or something, that is edible purpose, right? So first edible purpose, mainly cooking medium, and second after it also used in for soap industries as well as cosmetic and ointments used as base. So those are the main uses of oilseeds. We are good consumer of oil as well as we are good in export too. Now let's talk about next here, beverage, that India's most favorite drink, right? We are actually well known for it, everywhere available throughout the country, tea. So let's talk about tea. Tea cultivation is example of plantation. Like when we discuss about different cropping pattern, types of crops, sorry. At that time we have seen that primitive subsistence, intensive subsistence, commercial. In commercial, one of the categories we have seen plantation. So tea is plantation type of agriculture. It is also important beverage crop introduced in India initially by British. As we know that tea is actually an ancient drink and basically invented in China, but by British brought in India as a commercial crop. The tea plants grow well in tropical and subtropical area. And what kind of soils required for the growing of tea crop? So deep and fertile soil with a well-drained system. That means slopes are the most suitable for it. So tea bushes require warm and moist-free climate all throughout the year. Warm yet moist-free climate throughout the year. And here I mentioned tea bushes. Tree grown as bush. So the tree plant has bushes, not like tree or something, but bushes. About those plants, what type of plants are there, and identification about them, I'll try to give you in the notes. Tea bushes are required warm and moist climate as well as frost-free throughout the year. Frequent showers eventually distributed over the year ensures continuous growth of tender leaves, because tea picking, those are tender leaves. So showering of rains eventually distributed throughout the year. So those showers help to grow those tender leaves. Tea is labor intensive work, as we know, because picking those tea leaves, that is a huge task, and that is the most important. And it required an evident cheap and skilled laborers, of course, skill as well as cheap laborers, because picking of tender leaves, that is difficult task. Tea is producing within tea garden to restore its freshness, because generally, yes, Chinese people, they use it a different way. Tea actually throughout the year people use in the different way. Processing things are different, like black tea, white tea, green tea. Actually, in green tea there are also several types. Different condition, different processing, that sunlight process, organic, lots of things are there. If you want to know something more about tea, just for your information, you can Google about the tea, right? Okay, because due to lack of time, if give information here, the videos will be longer. Someday I will also share information if we need soon in the class, inshallah, hope so. So here tea processing plants generally they set up nearby the tea garden. Major tea producing states are in India. Of course, the well-known, most famous in the world, Assam. In Assam also Darjeeling and Jalpaiguri, hilly area of Darjeeling and Jalpaiguri. Apart from Assam, West Bengal, as well as Tamil Nadu and Kerala, Nilgiri Hills. You learned about Nilgiri Hills earlier in 9th standard. So Nilgiri is famous for tea also. So Nilgiri Hills mainly Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So here Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Apart from this, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh, as well as Tripura are also three producing states in India, because Himalayan region provides and hills provides them sorry, uh, suitable conditions for the growing of tea crops. In 2008, again I am mentioning here, India was the third largest producer, not first. First, obviously, China, followed by Turkey, and third, India. In 2008, third largest producer of tea crops in the world. So, here about tea. And in this video, last crop we are going to take is coffee, my favorite. So in 2008, India produces 3.2% of total world's coffee production. That's not less, 3.2% of total world production of coffee beans. Indian coffee is known for its quality. Mainly two types of coffee famous in India, Arabica and Robusta. Arabica actually brought years ago, centuries ago, I would like to say, from Yemen, and began to grow in the Karnataka, Baba Budan hills of Karnataka. This variety is in great demand all over the world. Initially, this cultivation of Arabica introduced in Baba Budan hills, and today also Karnataka's Kurg region is famous, well known for the coffee plantation. About coffee, one interesting fact, but I can tell you here, but better you Google it. It will be surprise for you. Means surprising fact actually. Google the most expensive coffee in the world. Of course, not from India, but some amazing, interesting fact. Alright. If you want to know, you can do it. Not mandatory. So today, this coffee production, of course, in Nilgiri Hill region, Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. So these three states are major coffee producing states in India. So this is about three crops we have seen today: oilseeds, tea, and coffee. About horticulture and other crops means other than food, we will discuss